Okay, so it is actually restream. That's the problem. Interesting. Okay, we're only streaming on YouTube today. All right. What a pain. Really didn't want to spend any time today just trying to get my stream to work. Restream. Restream is losing favor in my eyes. Losing a lot of favor. Okay. All right. There we go. I think the book looks pretty fucking good. Pretty fucking good. This edge right here is a little bad, but other than that, let's do. Right, that's what I was doing. I was not doing this. I was working on my topology. Because we're updating the topology so we can rebake and get this looking real sharp. A real sharp. I'm gonna keep it still pretty low poly overall. Doesn't need to be there. All right. Hmm. Suppose right here is pretty good. How to wrap this all up nicely. Actually, I would like a cut here. That'll look good. Hmm. All right. There we go. Almost there. We'll do one extra cut right here. All right. I think we're doing pretty good here. I do want topology here because the spine will bend. And let's go to UV editing to unwrap this. Cool. That looks pretty good. All right. Cool. I could probably leave it here. Let's just tidy up a few spots. Yeah. All right. So now we have updated our topology for the book. And so we do need to re-export and re-bake. Actually, I need to include this one in the bake too. And let's actually make sure turning on the high poly. That looks pretty good. Actually, we're not done with the low poly. So I still need to do this bevel. Hello, Kabar. Welcome. How's your day going? Doing well. How about you? I'm doing quite well. My stream was breaking a little bit today, but we finally got it fixed. So happy that has happened, that fix has happened. And our work on the book here is going pretty well. Should be done with it today. Or yeah, should be done with the modeling today. Modeling and texturing for the cover. We're just giving it a little bit of extra pizzazz by kind of making this ridge here. It's actually got some volume on the cover portion. I think that's going to really make it look a lot nicer. Well, thank you. Working on any fun projects right now? Hello, Cornfather. Welcome. My restream service went down, so we're just doing YouTube right now. Or it hasn't gone down, it's just gotten so shitty I can't use it. It's literally so slow, I can't use it. Just, I don't know what's going on. Maybe they forgot to pay a bill or something. Not me, the company. YouTube gang represent, absolutely. I honestly, it's like I don't mind Twitch, but I think I prefer YouTube because it's just way more accessible for everyone. I think the only thing that's missing are like interactive features, so I just need to think of a way to do that. And I think I'll probably just move over to YouTube completely and just ask for donations instead of subscriptions. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's going on with them, but it's probably time to find a new service. Bite the bullet. Certainly no reason to put up with a bad service, so that's way better. Way better. Oh, way better. I saw your sculpt of the paws. That's looking very good. How's your avatar going? Messed up this one. So it's actually kind of a useless way to select them. Oh well. I'm going to copy this vertex vector. The pods are just a side thing. It's mostly a waste of time. Right now, I'm just finishing up a VTuber commission and also polishing my avatar for VCAT. I'll post in the Discord. Discord. Pretty sick. It sounds good. Well, I'm excited to see. I mean, you could probably sell those pods too, as an accessory. How do I copy? Can I copy, then paste? No. Shit. What we'll do is duplicate, copy the vector, then go here, and then paste the vector. That still sucks. Let's try. I have weighted normals on. That's probably why it's different. Do you see the VR chat summer music fest jam started today? No, I didn't. Dismembered pods for sale. Lol. Make some gloves or something. Ooh. Let's see. Jam. I don't see it in the VR chat Discord or the VR chat subreddit. Maybe it's on their Twitter. Post in Discord sounds good. No, I got it here. I got it here. No worries. I mean, feel free to post it too, but I do have it here. Hosting our first ever summer music fest jam. Think of it as VR Chat Beach episode, but more bangers. World and Avatar Jam. Events hosted by you utilizing the new worlds. Promotion from us. Okay, very cool. Jam submissions open July 8th. Okay, so starting now. And for a month. Searches will be judged. Features. Summer Vibeness. Media player integration. Performance level. Ease of use. Where are the prizes? Are there prizes for jams? I can't remember. I thought there were. Hey. Very cool. Okay, we'll have to think of that. Maybe we'll spend a day to make a world. That'd be pretty fun. Actually, you know what? I totally should copy this vector, select similar, by normal. Yeah, actually that makes total sense to do this. Minus a few. Minus these ones. Kind of sharper ones. And then paste the vector. Like, this should look better. Weird. Not quite what I want. Well, the weighted already looks so much better. Okay. All right, updating the low poly for the book. Exactly. Some of them are a little rough, but overall it's pretty good. Some of the entries here. Entries. Now, my brain is so tired. I feel like I've just been insanely tired this last week. Well into this week. I don't know what it is, but I don't like it. I don't want to be tired. It's better, but we're still getting... Copy vector. Paste the vector. Okay, so this weighted normal is just going to override the whole shebang. Do I want to use this then? Yeah, it actually is pretty good still. Okay, we'll do that there. Make sure it's right here. Hope you take care of yourself. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do feel that I am. I'm just, I don't know. It's been a long week, I guess. Let's make a group called Displace. Go into Weight Paint. We're going to use this as our displace. Turn it down to right about here, I suppose. A little bit stronger. Wait, what? Let's say 0.02. Point 0.03. 0.04. And then take the weight, remove it now, and then use the painting to finish up these spots right here. Can you? I'm clicking. I'm clicking. Please. Oh, I see. It's because right, that makes sense because there's no geometry there. All right, that should work. Alrighty, turn off the high poly, export the low poly into Bake, Necro Cover FBX, Substance Painter V2, export, save. Now we can close this, open Instamat, go to our baking package cover right here, save. Then take in our mesh assets and reload this one. It should give us a different wireframe. Yeah, we should be seeing a different mesh. Re-import. Hello, Arisa. What happened to you? To the stream? Restream has been kind of dropping my stream. I don't know what it is. I usually use Restream for multi-stream, and it's just been falling apart. I don't quite know why, but it's a little sad. So I think we're just switching over to YouTube for now. In the meantime. I did export the new one, right? Ooh. The morning you suddenly disappeared and didn't see you then, I got kind of concerned. Well, I appreciate that. Appreciate that. If you're not in my Discord, I did post some updates there. But yeah, my restream just kind of shit itself. All right, I did export. I did overwrite that one. Right here. Here, bake, necro cover, replace. And then when I'm in Instamat, I should be able to re-import this. But it doesn't seem to want to update the version I have in that we're actually looking at right now. Maybe I need to just reopen Instamat. If you're going to use @everyone in Discord, you have the right to do so. I appreciate that. Appreciate that. I reopen Instamat again. Instamat reopen. There we go. Okay, so I just need to reopen. Oh no, that's a source mesh with high poly. And our settings, as long as we keep our sample count low. Yes, I did get it to work. Well, in fact, we're baking right now. It might lag in just a moment, but basically, all it really takes is lowering your sample count for your ambient occlusion. Funnily enough, Substance Painter will also crash, depending on my settings for ambient occlusion baking. But that's all it really was. That's all it really was. Hello, Nammers. Welcome. Welcome to the YouTube side of things. So just that default AO settings that did it? Correct. It just took me a while to identify what the problem was. Like, is it mine? Because I also had an issue with getting the cage set up properly. So it was like, at first I thought that was the problem. So just a trial and error to figure out what it was. And it did take a while. It took me about 3, maybe 4 hours total to get it done. Do you think $250 was too much for a commission that requested to edit and fix a lot of stuff for an avatar, both Quest and PC? 11 milestones in total, multiple for those PC and Quest. Again, it just does depend on your hourly rate, but I don't think so. If I'm adding a clothing to an avatar, that'd probably be about $250 minimum, and that'd probably be somewhat similar to an edit. I'm gonna repeat what I said just in case, because I think it was lagging. But no, I don't think that's too much. There's a general assumption that editing is easier, and I actually think it's totally the opposite. I think editing is harder because you don't know what the person you did. You have to work with someone else's problems. At least when you're doing your own work, you're just fixing your own problems. So yes, I do think that that's a very reasonable price. Yeah. It does depend on, you know, two things. First is what hourly rate can you afford, and um, just how much time is it? You know. I agree. When you set it up yourself, you can control it from the start and finish. I think it's like coming in and doing damage control. Yeah, triage, emergency surgery, gotta decipher. It is way more difficult. Way more difficult. Um, yeah, I do not like it for the most part. Um, or I should say, I prefer working from scratch. Oh man, it still has this here. How do I hide the cage object? Oh, okay. One really thing, one weird, very weird aspect of working with Instamat is they don't let you use a separate cage object. You have to bake your cage into it, which I don't like, into your main object, which is really weird. I feel like last time it wasn't keeping the displaced version. It's harder if you don't have the proper workflow. I still edit pretty easily because I learned how to do it after fixing 1,000 problems for a lot of avatar edits. Workflow is compatible with almost any avatar, mostly because I learned the boundaries, all kinds of errors you can encounter when working with someone else's avatar. Separate skills in ways, just because you can make an avatar from scratch doesn't necessarily mean you're great at editing. It's not something I've practiced all that much. Absolutely, absolutely. It's definitely a different skill set. Hmm. Why does it want this one? Okay. Okay, I'll just overwrite it. Can't think of an easier way to do that right now. So we'll just export only this one. Save. Go back here. Re-import. Save. And then do nothing because it's taking a million years to load. Hmm. There we go. There we go. All right, looks pretty good though. Now we actually have some depth to the cover there. Doesn't look terribly different, but I do think it helps. I can always thicken it later. Having the big cage, huh? That's interesting. It is weird. You have to have them both in the same mesh object. Um, Help me out with avatars, Fizbones, material placer has saved me so much time. Like you don't have no idea. The avatars have like 60 plus materials, and you have to make them quest compatible. Darkstalker, is it worth getting the Instamat free license? Any thoughts? Well, it is free, so I think it definitely has that going for it. And it's taken me some time, but it is 100% comparable to Substance Painter. The main thing it's missing is the path tool, the 3D path tool, where you can like use the like a Bezier curve instead of other things. But I think overall that's not too bad. Yeah, depends on how your preference there. repeat the same process 6 times. And if you have multiple textures, then you have to multiply those textures by the times. I mean, you can probably just bake whatever that you want there in the 3D into your high poly for like a path. But generally, it's nice. I like it. I am going to be using it moving forward in total replacement of Substance Painter because I don't have to pay $600 or more a year on a product that for a company that really just wants to screw over their customers. Dead set on screwing over their customers. Let me turn off my auto exposure and autofocus. All right. Yeah, I like it. And like anchor points. In fact, I do think that most likely Instamat is more capable than Substance Painter because they basically combined Substance Designer and Substance Painter. So you have graph workflows like in here. Let me open it up. So you can create, actually this one's probably a better example. You can create full-on procedural graph effects non-destructively that build any sort of mask you want, or you can build certain materials. And rather than trying to do everything in like that layer system, like a Substance Painter, you can actually create a graph. That's quite useful. I think that will get better with time because there's a few things I want out of it that don't exist yet, and if they did, it would be killer. Sounds like 250 more to me. More than 250 for me. 596 things do repeatedly, which is horrible. 100%. The price I gave, that specific 200 commission, didn't require that, but it truly had a lot of materials, a lot of stuff that really required too much effort. Procedural stuff looks fun to me. I think I might start playing with that part. It's fun. It is fun. I'll be right back. I got something in my eyeball. In my eyeball. All right, I'm back. But again, for commissions, it really does depend on like what hourly rate can you afford. You know, if your living expenses, depending on where you are, that can have huge variation. You know, like a lot of video game companies work with people in the Philippines because they're much more affordable due to the difference in cost of living, right? And I'm not going to come. Some people have very specific thoughts on that kind of dynamic, but I you know, especially in this VR freelance world, it's not. I don't think it's a bad thing. You know, if someone could make a good living where they live, then that is worth it. Oh, this turned out really well. I didn't even look at this. Look at that. That came out really well. Yeah. Yeah. Mephisto free. Hello. Substance Painter Steam version is a bit cheaper. Instamat is free. I don't think you can beat that price. There's nothing cheaper than free. I was going to add something to it. I was going to add... Oh yeah, look at the face on the back. Check this out. That. And there are actually some quality of life changes to this. Like, for example, when you make any sort of mask and image, they always come with stuff like the ability to, where's a better example? This is a graph that I made. So any of the projected masks, they always come with the ability to blur, brighten, contrast, or balance any image. So it's like, there's just some small, very small, but important quality of life things that I do think Instamat has thought very thoroughly about. We need to get something under on the bottom. Let's cover base. And we'll do some dark color for it with very little roughness. Hello, JW. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hello, everyone. Hope you're all having a good day. My restream broke, so I'm not streaming on Twitch right now. I'm just streaming on YouTube. I don't really need this base channel, actually. And then one of the other cool things about the masks is they have this mask builder, which just is like, allows you to super quickly make just some general masks that you would usually do. Turn on the opacity, grab a nice grunge image. Let's do moisture, leaks, and then we'll add, and then we can filter that with, let's say, an ambient occlusion mask. And we'll kind of adjust the balance there, push it out a little. Something like that. And then one more time, we'll add another grunge. And this is all just one mask. So it's like super quickly you can get some nice effects. You can even cut out of them. Once we have another thing to add, let's do moisture. Something a little nicer. Spots 2. And we'll actually set this to a negative opacity so we start carving out a little bit. Our object. And then, anyway, I'm quite liking Instamat. It's a little different, but it does feel good. It does feel quite good. It definitely takes some getting used to. I think that no matter what, if you switch over, you'll have a little bit of a learning curve. But it was not as bad as I was expecting. And then again, you can create totally custom masks. I'm gonna switch this one up. I'm gonna go the other way. I'm gonna go for kind of like a wood texture on this bottom one. One thing I don't like about it is when you click a layer, like if I click on the mask and then I click back to the other layer, it defaults to opening the projection settings first, which is annoying because I always need to use the roughness first. I feel like that I would not be the only one that feels that. And yeah, they also, of course, have tons of other things in here. You can have some scratches, and this is all just one So this is like, they have just a very standard workflow. I do want a stronger ambient occlusion in here. So we'll make a new layer. I'll cover AO. And just make this black. 0 roughness, maximum ambient occlusion. And then we'll do a filter, same filter, using ambient occlusion. Just not quite there though. Oh, we can blur though. Cool. That looks pretty good. Nice. Oh. All right. I would like to add a little bit more detail on the binding here. What I'm thinking is some small, I don't know what they'd be called, you know, like binding things. Still reflecting on the price advice you gave me. This simply weeds out the people who do not value my work, keeps in the ones who are willing to pay me appropriately. I love it. Good. With this person who didn't accept that price, I had proof of your advice. Thanks. Absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, if you're stuck working on a commission where you're not being paid the rate you deserve, then you might miss commissions that are actually worth your time, which is rough. I'm gonna make one more. So I've had another. Oh, I see. We have 2 binding layers. So I get rid of this one. Can't quite see the book. Gotta do some stuff. See you later, everyone. Enjoy your day, Corn. Thank you for coming by. Good luck with your projects. Missing out on those commissions, thus you're missing out on money. Money, money, money. All right, and here in the binding, we're all going to do another ambient occlusion layer. I always find I do multiple ambient occlusion layers, usually 1 per material. Because you don't want the ambient occlusion to be the same on the whole thing, the whole dealio. All right. I think that looks good enough. Now for the next test of this workflow. Exporting. Export cooked project. Hmm. Here we go. Export image and data outputs. All right. So let's do our folder. So we have the bake, necro cover, baked textures. It's probably where we want to put it. Let's make sure that folder is empty. Yeah, because these are the X normal bakes. So we're putting it there. File format, graph name, output name, format width. All right, that sounds right. Format preview, 2048 by 2048. We would like to export at 4K. It's actually something I didn't think about. We are looking at the 2K version, aren't we? Oh, all right. So we want the base color, roughness, metalness, height, normal direct, mesh normal tangent. I think these are what we want. Well, let's find out. Dilation in percent. Live output. All right, so here's all of our maps that we made. Let's put them on our object in Blender. That way we'll get a good idea of what's working and what is not. I'm gonna not delete that. Call this necro cover. Necro cover. And we'll go hit it, Control T, open. Huh. It's fine. Sure. All right. That looks pretty good. Something's off though. Something's definitely off on this side. It looks too dark. Maybe that's just my map. No, something seems wrong there. It's probably the normal map that I'm using. Use this one. Yeah, there we go. Ooh. Too shiny. Roughness to roughness. I'm surprised that's not working properly. Roughness to roughness. Base color obviously is working fine. The metallic seems to be working okay. That's the height right there. Show me the roughness. Is there a clear coat on it? It seems odd. I can't tell if that's the normal or what. No, it's the normal that's making it look that shiny. The roughness is fine. So what about the normal map is broken? We have here the mesh normal object. This one is the mesh normal tangent. That's one I would have expected to work. It's just called mesh normal. Let's try that one. Normal. Normal map. Okay, that's not. It seems oddly glossy. Is that the normal map doing that though? Oh. Okay, the other ones might have been fine. It was just the node. Okay, perfect. Wow, that looks pretty fucking awesome. Honestly. I think that looks quite good. Just need a texture for the eyeballs. I feel like our edge texturing here is just a little too consistent. We need to make it rougher. Dang, that does look good. Nice. Okay, quite pleased with that. The strings are a little flat. I think they'll definitely need some. I know we can. There should be some ambient occlusion texturing we should add because we can see the ridges. Dang. Okay, so we are looking at the 2K image in Instamat. That's why it feels a little off. Okay. Yeah, let's look at that. That is definitely lower res than what we're looking at. All right, so we go to the stitching. Actually, no. I want to see the. How do I change that? Interesting. So that's not here at all. That might not even be an option I have. Preferences? Viewport? Oh, yeah, I don't know. Oh, right here. Duh. Pff, I'm blind. 4K. Definitely lagging. Definitely lagging. Oh, there we go. Oh, it looks really good though. Wow. All right. So in the stitching, we're going to do our usual multi-channel layer. We will change its color to just be black, zero roughness, zero. And that's it for now. We can actually turn off height, but we'll add on top of it mesh mask builder, turn up ambient occlusion. And we should see some shadowing in there, or maybe curvature is the better option. I have to wait for it to load. I think I'm going to call it for now. I'm super tired, but tomorrow I see a bright day for working on the final milestone for this commission. Well, good luck with that, Ariso. Definitely get some good rest. Can't believe I'm actually keeping at bay a picky client, especially because he doesn't mind paying extra for all the silly little details he's asking for. Yeah, sometimes it's just how it goes. Got to find that balance. But I'm glad you're finding something that works for you, Ariso. That is important. It's very important. Blur's too strong. Unless it just didn't load. No, it is too strong. Funny. Maybe too strong. I think it's because this is too strong. I do like that the strings look kind of grungy though. Oh, damn it. Yeah, that feels better. A little bit of soft fall off, just to toggle that really quick. Off. On. Yeah, much better. And then we'll also give it the curvature. Nothing. Really. It's actually looking so heckin' good. Thank you, Namorous. I appreciate that. It does feel good. We're really kind of taking it as far as we can. Like I should be seeing something from the curvature, but so far it just doesn't seem to be doing much at all. Huh. Strange. But I guess I can live with that. Does look like string though. Very satisfying. My faith was lacking when I saw this UI for this software, but it doesn't look too bad after looking at it for a bit. It's somewhat similar. Few annoying things, but for the most part, similar. Just some things to get used to, I suppose. For the eye, make another channel. We only want roughness for this. And we're going to add in a mesh mask builder because that's the one that is the best one. Maybe not the best one, but it's a good one. We just kind of want to push into our a nice fall off to good. That doesn't change anything. Also doesn't change anything because it's off. Duh. No need for metalness. Let's do base color again, black. Roughness. What am I doing? Just in the balance, bring it in a little, line up the contrast. All right. Those are the eyes. One more thing down to the eyes. We'll call this AO edge. This face. And we'll add in a this was a multi-channel layer. It's just base color. And the base color is actually going to be an graph resource. Do we have an eye that we can use? We'll just say anisotropic noise. Do they have any other aniso? What a radial. They do have a radial. I searched that. Rude. Interesting. Oh, I guess it's already... Oh, interesting. How would I make... Oh, duh. Right, okay. These... I forgot. These are where the projection settings are, not in the layers, but in this. Gotcha. And we'll call this pupil. Kind of turn it down a little. Actually, I probably just should have used a graph. That would have been a lot easier. Yeah. Okay, so let's try and make a graph for the eye. We'll make a new element graph. And we'll call this eye pupil. Thank you, Namers. I appreciate that. Now we're going to do something a little different here. I'm not quite sure how this will come out, but I'm excited. All right, we have a radial. We have a radial blur. We do have a gradient radial. We have an anisotropic blur. So I could take this image and blur it. But I want to do some sort of, we have the radial gradient. I want to map an image to circle in shape mapper. Ah, maps an input image to a circle. Okay, so let's try this with the anisotropic noise. So if we do this image, ooh, we'll go ahead and make a element image. We'll call base color, and we'll just leave that right there. Drop that in, and save that. Go back to our painting, and let me zoom in, please. Please let me zoom. And we'll get rid of this layer, and we'll just drag out the eye pupil as its own layer. We have the ability to use it as a decal. So we'll just repeat what we did on a second ago. And cry as we can't select this for some reason. Yo, that looks awesome. Maybe. Again, if I could select it, I would enjoy this a lot more. Please let me click. I would just like to click. Click, 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 click. Oh, no way. It wants to undo all of that when I hit undo. Bullshit. That's bullshit. I'll do this. And then I'll actually duplicate it. Take the second one and just move it straight down onto here. But now we should be able to adjust the eye itself. Just right here. What to adjust? Well, first, what options do we have in the shape mapper? Inner radius, 0. But yeah, let's do 0. Maximum width. And then we'll take magic! Magic! And then we'll take some sort of shape. Shape. Ooh. Interesting. Okay, try circle. This one. I'd like to squish it vertically. I want to make a slit. An eye slit. Oh, cool. They actually have transform options here. Oh, that's super handy. Okay, so then we'll blend. And we'll just take this one and this one and say subtract and drop it there. Drop right there. Freaking right. All right. Looks pretty cool. There's more we can do. We can blur. First, we'll blur this one. Get a nice little pupil blur. Then the Niso noise itself could use a little bit of blurring. Interesting. Shift it I can rotate it. Whoa. Fascinating. Not what we want. 0 rotation. Scale. I would love to be able to adjust the amount of them. I don't think I will be able to though. So let's copy this, paste it here. Also do a blur operation on this one. We're gonna do something a little different. We're gonna blend it onto it itself, or its version, like this. And this way we can do linear doge here. No, I don't like that. I prefer this. Okay. Few other things we can do. We can take a circle. Nope. Circle. This. We can adjust its softness, make it very soft. Say right about there, make it a bit bigger. And then also blend, same exact way, take a circle, blend it up top. Drop it in here. Set it to, it is set to subtract, not an opacity mask in background. And invert the circle. Invert the circle. I feel like this image should have updated already. That's cool. Let's go back to painting. 450 already. My hair's soft. All right. Now let's get some color in here. So, what we can do is get, I'm assuming some sort of gradient map. It's usually how this works. We'll do it after that. So we take our grayscale, drop it there, drop this in here. The problem is it wants to make it grayscale. Once we do that, I don't want this to be grayscale. I would need to do a conversion here. So we would want to put this in here, or we want to click this, turn off grayscale, drop this here, and drop this here. And yeah, now we have a little conversion thing. Set it to subtract. I feel like we should be seeing something here, but we're not, because this is also like this. And we just want to do this too. Bam. So close, but we don't need this at all anymore. And like that. Okay. How do I make this one the preview? There we go. UV? Ah, okay. Oh. What color do we want? Probably not a rainbow. We'll just start with two colors. Do the red first. Make it kind of dark. Something like that. And that looks pretty cool. It would be nice to have a little bit more um, like a highlight in the middle. So I think we can take another blend here, put that there, take another circle, just a circle, put it here, say something like linear dodge, there. We choose the color. Yes, we can. Awesome. We'll turn up the saturation, make it like a yellowish, make it soft. That's fucking dope. We need to turn down the blur here. All right. Cool. Save. And then I want to look at it again. I would like to look with my eyeballs again. Way too strong. This one's messed up. I don't know. I wish it had some depth. That'd be nice. I think it's a little small. This should be darker. Radial blur would be cool. Spin, zoom. Yes, we want to zoom. Zoom. Okay, so we're gonna do this. I'll do here. That doesn't do jack shit. Not as cool as I'd like. I put that back. Still want the radial blur. Please let me fucking click. God damn. Just doesn't get my input sometimes. Hmm. Blur. Now, right now we just have the base color. I would also like to have the emission. Which is basically going to be the same thing for now. Does that automatically get updated here? Looks like it does. Well, no, we're not using emission in our channels, so not